Hey guys, happy Tuesday. So, I have been monitoring my sleep, my caloric intake, and expenditures, and I've been trying to overall just what we call biohacking. So, I've been trying to optimize my body and get my systems completely replenished and have more energy, which I've been lacking as of late. Focus, some brain fog, some leaky gut. So when you go through a stressful time in life, your whole body is affected, and I am no different. You can see my nice gray beard or white beard that I have on. So I was actually invited to a lecture at the Spring Place, which is kind of like like it's a I don't have a membership, but it's a membership only. You have to like apply place that entrepreneurs and business people go. And one of my friends invited me to attend this lecture. This guy is like the sleep doctor. So he just wrote a new book called Energize, which is all about basically just going from feeling like crap to feeling awesome in 30 days by optimizing your sleep. So looking at my sleep scores over the last couple weeks, some of the things that I've noticed is that I toss and turn. I'm a little restless. So I'm gonna go to this lecture to learn and see how I can be a better human. Basically rest, go to sleep, and wake up energized, because I'm sleeping plenty. I'm just not sleeping that well. I usually get about 6.5 hours of sleep according to this ring here, and but I spend about 8 hours in bed, so I'm not actually sleeping that much. So one of the things that I need to do is to have more quality. So for me, I gotta figure out how to not toss and turn so much. So so I'm gonna go to this lecture and get some ideas, get some suggestions, and learn. I'll be honest with you, the science of sleeping is not something that I have very much knowledge about. Can't know everything. At least you can try. But so I always try to learn from whoever is the top in the field, and this particular doctor, Dr. Micheal Breus, appears to be that man. So he's in my backyard. He's in Beverly Hills. And so I'm attending a lecture here in about an hour. So that's the beautiful thing about having a nanny, is I can go treat a few patients and attend a lecture, and then go back in time for dinner to hang out with my kids. So it's beautiful. So I'll go live again this evening and share some of the finer points of what I learned, and so that I can help some of you potentially sleep better and have a higher quality of life. And I am in good old Beverly Hills, so this is a lot different than Santa Monica. This is kind of interesting. People here dress much more fashionably, and they're always in trending. So there's actually Chanel there. And we've got a nice little interracial couple here, dressed pretty fly. So a little bit different than Santa Monica. Santa Monica is a beach town. It's much more relaxed and hang back. But Beverly Hills, like there's Gucci down the way. Like I'm on Camden, so Rodeo Drive is the next street over. So that's where all the like high-end stores are. So that probably makes sense why I'm like looking around and seeing the crowd that I'm seeing. Yeah, so I mean, B12 shots can help. One of the things that I've been getting recently is an NAD plus shot. It's actually an IV. That seems to be helping as well, but I don't wake up in the morning rested, so that's one of the things that I'm going to see what I can learn. There's always like simple things. I'm sure it's like maybe I need to have caffeine just a few hours, like not have caffeine after 4 o'clock. So that's why I got this ring, the Aura ring, so that I could start to have some feedback and start experimenting with things like obviously alcohol is probably one thing that will affect sleep, but other things like some people might not be able to eat tomatoes and that affects their sleep. Or for me, it's probably gluten. Gluten probably affects my sleep. So I will definitely keep you guys in the loop on what I learned, and as I play with June probably and Athena. All right, and bro, yep, Santa Monica over the weekend, loved it. You might see me walking down the streets. I go for walks quite often. All my male clients have better sleep with B12. Okay, well I've had the B12 show um, quite a few times, and my sleep is not bad. It's just that I'm trying to get it better. Most of the time, my sleep scores are in the 70s, which is not bad. But I'd like to get it into the 80s. It's out of 100, so and I don't know anyone that's got 100. So I've been doing this for about 3 weeks, um, and so we'll see how what I learn. So I'll share that with you guys later. Anybody have any questions? Any burning questions before I should ask the guy, the doctor, Dr. Micheal Breus? Watching from Trinidad. So I will come back with 3 or 4 takeaway points on how to sleep better. Hello from the UK. Thank you. I try to be the best father I can be. West of Ireland. Wow. I want to go to Ireland. I think I'm part Irish. So my mom tells me. I haven't um, I haven't done the 23andMe. I'm a little reluctant to give out my genetic makeup because when you look at those things with 23andMe, you actually look at the contract, or so I'm told by my friends that are like a lawyer that didn't want to do it because they read the contract. Is basically you are giving them your genetic information, and it's now their property. So I don't think I want my genetic information to be somebody else's property. Otherwise, I'd love to do the 23andMe. If anybody can validate that, I'm not making that claim. It's just something that I have been told, and usually I would think somebody that's a lawyer reading the contract, I think they would probably be pretty detail oriented. Okay. All right. Does a hormone imbalance affect your sleep? Absolutely. Women going through menopause can definitely have sleep disturbances. So that's one example, for example. All right. Well, I better get there. The lecture starts in about 30 minutes, and I got a 10-minute drive. So I will catch you all later.